Hey, everybody. We're so glad you're here again. It is Sunday evening, and it is time for our Zoom call. So I'm glad you've joined us, and I am excited about our speakers that we have tonight because it has been like by popular demand. How do we do this? Why am I not losing weight? I'm following the program, la, 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 et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I am going to introduce you to my friend Justin. And I met Justin, gosh, how many years ago, Justin? 3? Is that about right?
Yeah, more February 2013. So yeah.
Okay. And he had come on to program as a health coach, but I kind of want to back up a little bit and maybe explore a little bit, because if you saw his picture on our event, and I'll find it here while he's talking, Justin was already very, very fit. But how much weight did you still want to lose, or why were you not seeing the 8-pack?
Well, it was kind of interesting. So when I came into this, I had a health and fitness kind of background mentality. I made a decision coming out of high school not to be the chubby one in the group anymore. So I kind of, vigorous exercising, eating correctly, and doing all those things. So when I kind of heard about this program, I was thinking maybe 5 pounds I'd want to lose just to try it out, because, I came into this more of the business. But funny as it is, the first week I ended up losing 10 pounds. Day 2 and day 4, and Jamal can attest to this because he was a little upset with me. He would yell at me because I was trying to get into the gym to exercise, because with that mentality, for the last 10 years previous to that, I was thinking I had to exercise on this program. I knew the food wasn't that much, but I was still going to try it anyways. So after day 2 and day 4, really understanding it, I went for a week, and I wasn't really excited about how my stomach looked, because I thought I only needed to lose 5 pounds. So then we went another week, and I ended up losing another 8 pounds. And that's where that current picture is, right there on the, I guess you guys would be facing to the right. So that's kind of how it came about. But originally I only wanted to lose 5 pounds, or so I thought.
And so what was your workout routine before this?
It'd be probably a good hour. Well, I was in construction, so I got plenty of cardio throughout the day, so I thought. And then in the evening time, I'd probably do like an hour to an hour and a half at the gym, strength training, things like that.
Okay.
So 5 to 6 days a week.
And so how you only thought you wanted to lose, you said 5 pounds, 10 pounds?
Yeah, about 5 pounds.
Wow. And so you lost 18 in 2 weeks? I thought it was 3.
Yeah, it was actually, technically it was 18 pounds before I started transition. So I started transition. My first week of transition, I actually lost another 6. So overall, it was 24 in about 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
Right. So, but that picture was actually the actual 2-week 18-pound mark.
So tell me about this whole, maybe the part building up to because you've known Jamal how long? He's your health coach.
Yeah, I've known Jamal for quite a while through my wife. They went to school together, so I'd see him at a lot of friend gatherings, parties, things of that nature, birthday parties, family parties, things like that. And what's funny is rewinding about 8 years, when I first started to know him, about 2 years in, he'd always hit me up and say, what kind of supplements are you taking? What kind of exercises are you doing? And then, so obviously he was nice enough to share with me about this program, more for the coaching part and helping others.
So that whole killing yourself at the gym still didn't get to that 8-pack.
No. And actually day 2 and day 4, like I said, I still was struggling with getting my head out of there. So I finally just said, I'll just give it a go.
Excellent. Okay. And so what made you decide then, when you and I met, it was at a team event in Salt Lake. So what made you decide to just jump into this? Because how long into your program did you decide to coach?
So mine's a unique story. So when I called Jamal, it'd been about 7 months in from when he first reached out to Jenny, my wife, and said, they were meeting for lunches. I was complaining about my job. He was talking to her, hearing all this stuff, listening like we talk about. And he had mentioned to her, Justin would be great at this. He's into health and fitness. Obviously, the construction field isn't the greatest for him where he's at right now. So 7 months in, I got fed up. I actually came home, I ordered my food, and then I even asked him, I said, well, how much is the coaching kit? He said $200. So I said, you know what, if I'm going to go in the hole as I thought, I'm just going to go big. So I bought everything. And I don't even think at the time he knew I was going to buy that. He just wanted me to try the program first, but I was all in. I actually put in my 2-week notice. And the first week of my 2-week notice at my job, I called in sick that Thursday and Friday, and I borrowed $372 because I couldn't afford to fly anywhere to what we had at the time, the Ken Fisk event, and that's where I actually got to meet you. So, yeah, I didn't care if I got fired. So it was my first week of my 2-week notice, Thursday and Friday. I was just kind of over it, and I just honestly, till this day, can't tell you how appreciative I am I did that. And why I did it, maybe I was just in an angry, spontaneous moment, but I knew me as a person. So I knew that it was either sink or swim, and I'm glad I decided to try and swim. So
would you say it was important to have gone to that event?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the people there, it was kind of interesting because, you get in there and people are asking you questions like, hi, how you doing? And it's not like what I call a California hi. They say, hi, how you doing? And they actually stare at you for a few minutes. Like you're supposed to say more than, oh, I'm good. How are you? You know what I mean? And they're still looking at you and they're like, well, so tell me about your day. How's everything going? And I'm just like, after the first day of 24 hours of happiness, I'm kind of like, all right, this is kind of weird, but I'm going to go with it. So, but it's honestly, fast forward 3 years, that same mindset and, caringness, heartwarmed felt people, it hasn't changed. And it's obviously transpired into me and made me a better person too. So in that area, I very much respect this business.
What do you think your favorite thing about coaching is?
Well, is blessing lives and making it simple for people that really have kind of given up. A good example is my aunt, especially family members. My aunt, 4 insulin injections a day, down to half a one in 7 weeks, type 1 diabetic. She'll never get off, but she was able to lose 94 pounds and now maintaining it over a year. Wow. Financially, she went from $300 every 2 weeks in insulin to $300 every 3.5 months, which was $600 a month if you think about it. So to less than $50 a month. So my uncle was blessed in that area, but that's just one example. My grandma, who's 84 years old, lost 42 pounds in 21 weeks, got off her pain medications, which was very nice. So those kinds of stories, but in everybody that I've talked to's lives, I think are the best thing. And it just makes you a better person. You learn to listen more, become more compassionate. Not that I was really like a jerk to begin with, but you kind of learn to listen a little bit more and really understand somebody and then really get to what they want. And it's kind of cool.
And you didn't even mention you are a stay-at-home dad, kind of, sort of, when you're.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's without saying. Now, fast forward, I'm coming up on a year, and I can't even believe it. But I get to hang out with my daughter every day and have fun. And we have, hot dog, diggity dog, Disney hour every day. But I get to stay home, hang out. I get to go out on my boat when I want to on a Monday or Tuesday and have office days, just to kind of get out and be outside. I get to travel around. I get to hang out with people like you guys. So there's a lot of benefits to it. But I think the nuts and bolts of it is being able to help people. And it obviously, as you help people, you get to help yourself too. So it's really kind of cool.
Absolutely. Does anybody have any questions for Justin? If you do, unmute yourself or raise your hands. Everybody's also quiet and well behaved. Oh, Mike.
Hey, Justin, I'm curious, what did you do with your workout regimen while you were on program? Did you follow kind of what the program recommends, or what did you do?
Well, after day 2 and day 4, I sat on a couch and I made phone calls and I started sharing with people the excitement about the program, things like that. But as far as actual exercise or anything, I didn't do anything. I just wanted to really, after I kind of stopped and said, I'm going to do this because I want to experience it as a client would experience it. Mm-hmm. I said, I'm just going to stop cold turkey. They said 2 to 3 weeks minimum. You don't want to be exercising anyways. So I just gave the respect to the program at that point and said, if I'm going to do this, I need to be all in.
things.
And the magic happened.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, so Michael, before you unmute, let's talk about why Justin's health coach told him not to be working out. What happens if you still try to do it like Justin was doing for the first couple days?
So, obviously for most of us, when we go on the 5 and 1, it's a big change to our nutritional program. We're getting in fewer calories, but you're getting in everything you need nutritionally, but it's a fine balance. So after your body gets used to it, we don't want to do anything to make it potentially a little bit more difficult, and more importantly, to actually potentially even slow down your weight loss. I know it sounds crazy to think that actually being active would slow down your weight loss, but it absolutely will. And in fact, in recent last couple of years, we've learned more and more that when it comes to weight loss, it's about 90-95% about what you eat and what you don't eat. You just can't lose a significant amount of weight through exercise. So for anybody that's struggling, if you're a client or if you're a coach working with clients who are thinking that they really just need to get active. Obviously, we don't ever want to dissuade them from just being more active like walking, but just tell them to think about what they're trying to really accomplish here. And if it's weight loss is their first goal, then do what we know works, and that's changing your nutritional program. And at that point, exercise actually will probably just hurt you more than it will help.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Well, Justin, if you need to go, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. If you can hang out, then I'm glad you're here. But I'm going to have maybe Michael and Dennis, you guys can introduce Liz for me and tell me how you met her and what she's up to these days.
You want to go?
Liz came to us through one of our former clients who's actually a client of mine at the salon. And we have been thrilled to have her. She is absolutely amazing. I'll let her tell her story, but she is also just signed up as a coach and at the same time has signed up for national convention.
Yeah, and she's been a client for 3 weeks and a coach for less than 24 hours.
Wow! Yay! I love those stories.
Moving right along and having amazing results. So Liz, take it away.
Okay, am I talking?
You are.
So I have struggled with weight loss for years. I had a bad accident when I was a young lady and have struggled. I've been on every diet and was facing a knee reconstruction surgery. And I thought, I cannot lay on the couch and gain more weight. My daughter's getting married August 20th, and I'll have to wear a burlap sack because nothing will fit me. And I thought, what am I going to do? And I was panicked and sick. And during my getting ready for my knee surgery, they found out I was borderline hypertensive, borderline diabetic. And I thought, I'm a nurse, and I cannot go that route. So I called my friend whose boyfriend lost so much weight, and I said, you've got to give me Dennis's number. I need it today, now. So 1 week after my knee reconstruction surgery, I started on the diet, and I've lost 15 pounds. And literally was laying on the couch the whole time. And decided that I would be a coach because I want to stay with the program. I want to help people, and it will keep me focused, and because I have a good bit more to go. So, but I love the program.
So we're excited for you to meet you at convention. Tell me why you decided to come to convention. I'm really excited about that because I think it's the absolute best decision you could have made as a brand new coach.
Because I want to get the excitement, and Michael and Dennis kept talking about how great it was, and I've always wanted to go to Austin. I thought, I'm going.
And now it's right off too. There you go.
Kind of spontaneous girl here, but no, I think it'll be good to just get that enthusiasm and that energy in the beginning and start out that way.
Very, very cool. We're so glad you're here. You know, if you're thinking about convention, then there are, last we heard, less than 200 spots left. And I would encourage you to be there if you haven't already figured out how to do that. We can all be cozy and we can be roommates so that your cost of your hotel is not much at all. And when you're a health coach, it is a tax write-off anyway. So that's a fun way to do that. But it's fun to be able to meet the rest of your team. And sometimes you kind of sort of feel like you maybe are, if you're having a tough day, you might feel like you're the only one, or not many people are doing what you're doing. So come to convention and you have never seen so many happy, healthy, fun people all in one place. It's just the greatest. So I'm glad you're coming.
Yeah.
Alicia, are you coming too? Hold on. Let me unmute you because I can see you. Okay, go ahead. And we still can't hear you. That's so weird. Just say yes. We're having technical difficulties.
She is coming.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. Anybody have any other questions? Anything to discuss? Interestingly enough, our habit of health for this week, the topic is activity. So you might want to read up on that. You can find it in chapters 15 and 16 of the Habits of Health book. And I would encourage you to do lessons 11 and 12 in your Living a Longer and Healthier Life workbook. And that's where you will learn all about it. But in the meantime, come on back here next week, and we will do this every Sunday. Usually, once in a while, we have like a Mother's Day or a Father's Day or vacation, but we're pretty much here every single Sunday. So I hope you come back. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Tricia.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.